What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss, is SundaeSwap a $10 token or just an overhyped DEX? A lot has happened since the launch of SundaeSwap, so we're going to keep it simple in this video and break it into three categories: the good, the bad, the ugly. So if you want to know what it'll take to get SundaeSwap to $10 and what can keep SundaeSwap from getting to $10, you're going to want to stick around. If you absolutely must skip ahead, there are timestamps in the description. Now let's start with the good. We'll start with delivery. Tons of projects in cryptocurrency promise everything under the moon. How many of those promises actually come true? Last time I checked, there was over 7,000 cryptocurrencies. So I think it's safe to say that most of those promises do not come true. Well, as far as SundaeSwap, we know that many of their promises have come true because of the fact that it is a functioning DEX on Cardano, which is a top 10 cryptocurrency, and they continue to do different things to make it a better project. They have delivered with what they said they would. Second, flexibility. I want you to take a second and remember the father of social media, MySpace. Now, I wonder what happened to MySpace. They were not flexible. Think about Facebook, that pretty much rose from nowhere. You see, the problem with MySpace was they could not adapt quick enough. That's not the same thing that we can say when it comes to SundaeSwap. They have changed and went different directions several times based on the need to. One way I think about that is they saw what happened with the ISO and the decentralization. So what do? They come up with a reverse ISO. That's just one small example in the course of several as far as them being able to redirect and change certain things that they could not anticipate from the beginning. It's because of this that I don't think we'll have to worry about them falling flat on their face, seemingly like MySpace did. Take it a step further, if you've been in cryptocurrency for a while, I want you to think about Ethereum and the hopes of Ethereum 2.0, which recently has been rebranded to Consensus Layer. I want you to think about how much it's cost you if you've used Ethereum on an everyday basis while waiting on ETH 2.0. Well, that time is money. It literally is. So that's the reason why being able to adjust on the fly, be flexible, and to shift into a different way of doing things is extremely important. Not to say that it's as easy as 2.0, what SundaeSwap is trying to pull off, but the major point there is if you can operate on the fly and make the right changes, you have a much better chance of success. SundaeSwap up to this point has done a good job of doing that. Third, the numbers pretty much speak for themselves. Less than a month after launch, SundaeSwap reached 100 million ADA in trading volume. Also, when it comes to total value locked, or TVL, at the time of this filming, it's reached 119 million in TVL. In addition, the number of wallets that you can use with the protocol has just increased from 2 to 5. So that's another thing that's moving it in the right direction. Now let's go ahead and start with the bad. Let's get right to it and talk about the launch. When it came to the launch of SundaeSwap, the network was more congested than cold and flu season. As they warned, it could take days for transactions to go through, and that's exactly what happened. You couldn't even send ADA to the wallet to be able to participate with SundaeSwap at the beginning, or I'll at least say it was hit and miss. Obviously, they have worked out a lot of those problems that there were. While that initial launch phase has passed, it left a bad taste in people's mouth. By now, I suspect they are, for the most part, past that. Next, while I did mention that SundaeSwap is now integrated with more wallets, the fact that it is not integrated with MetaMask is bordering ugly. MetaMask is the most used cryptocurrency wallet, and it would be extremely nice if you could use it with SundaeSwap protocol, seeing how people are using that with all other types of cryptocurrencies. Next, we got to talk about it, the Cardstarter versus SundaeSwap lawsuit. This one has quite a few people bent out of shape. Obviously, both sides feel differently. Cardstarter, none of that crew is happy. Ultimately, this isn't a good thing. This is not good for cryptocurrency. Charles Hoskinson himself even stated the fact that they could have handled this in another manner. In fact, you have two cryptocurrencies on Cardano suing each other. Just not a good look. So in the Northern District of California, this lawsuit will play out. Now, currently, I do have this in the category of bad, and there's a reason why it's not in the ugly category. The reason this is going down is the disagreement on how many tokens the Cardstarter team would receive from the Sundae team. That's where things kind of fell apart. Taking to Twitter or other various forms of social media just isn't the way that this should have played out. Now, as far as them going to litigation, I would have liked to think they could have worked it out before that point, but at the end of the day, they could not. And I do think this serves as somewhat of a reputational hit as well, but not so much as the biggest thing that I see at this point. It's that pending litigation. For example, just like XRP, while XRP fans remain truly faithful, just not knowing what's going to happen is not good for any project. Doesn't matter how you look at it. That's why I have it in the category for bad. If this does not play out in SundaeSwap's favor and gets real nasty, that could quickly move to the ugly category. In my book, there's only one thing in the ugly category for SundaeSwap, and the truth is it's completely out of their control. And remember, when I say ugly, I'm simply talking about those things that can get in the way of SundaeSwap reaching $10. Nothing more, nothing less. That one thing is the market. And though it doesn't only affect SundaeSwap and affects the whole of cryptocurrency, the market is the one thing that can take SundaeSwap to the moon or take it to the dirt. Whether it's the crisis between Russia and Ukraine, global inflation leading to interest hikes, crypto being tied to the stock market like a Boy Scout knot, or the potential housing market crash, all these things can absolutely get in the way of SundaeSwap reaching $10. It's extremely important to realize that from here on out, during this market cycle, the biggest factor on all of these cryptocurrencies is going to be the market itself. And it can be affected by basically everything. So ultimately, for SundaeSwap to reach $10, it actually depends on another cryptocurrency. And that other cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. For SundaeSwap to reach $10, we need to see Bitcoin go to $100,000. Now, it doesn't have to hit $100,000 exactly, but if we don't see Bitcoin rise back up to its previous all-time high and go on past that to at least what I think is around $100,000, we are not going to see SundaeSwap, at least in this market cycle, reach that $10 mark. If Bitcoin reaches that $100,000 level, then the whole market is going to rise. You've heard the quote, "A rising tide lifts all ships." Well, that's no different with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin does reach those levels, Cardano is going to rise as well. And what's going to happen to SundaeSwap and Cardano as a whole is we're going to see the price increase. We're going to see network activity increase. The TVL will increase. And with all of these things in combination, I do believe that SundaeSwap can reach that $10 mark during this bull run. It is going to take the run playing out. Now, the question I have for you is, and I'd like you to tell me in the comments, do you think within the next year, SundaeSwap is going to reach $10, or do you think it will never reach $10? Let me know your thoughts on it. If you enjoyed today's content, make sure hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notification. And if you want to know more about SundaeSwap, check out my playlist. And if you want to know my thoughts on Cardano, check the video out below. And also, remember, tomorrow's wealth is built today.